Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here, back with part 2 of my Smogon official ladder tour run, or the road to OLT. Now, I don't actually know if I'll be able to qualify for the tournament itself, and if you're actually not sure what the tournament is, there's a link to it down below, so you can read up on that, or even try and sign up if you want to. But mainly because I'm going to be at California for Pokemon Worlds, as well as the Pokemon Cypher, so I don't think I'll have enough time. However, when I come back, I'll definitely be competing seriously. But I'm going to try my best regardless. We actually have a game right here. I paused it because I changed this Raikou from HP Ice to HP Fire just because we were very weak to SD Scizor, in my opinion. But this is a team by OP Jellison. Big shout outs to him. If you guys want to use it as well, there's a pastement to it down below. Or there should be anyway. And my opponent's team, a bunch of scary mods. Banded Kyurem, though. Oh my god, it puts in so much work versus him. I actually think that Manaphy is a great lead for me, but I think my opponent is going to lead it off with his Amoonguss. I'm going to lead off with my Kyurem because it matches up well versus the majority of his team. He actually does lead off with Manaphy, so this is amazing. I get to fire off a Banded Fusion Bolt right now. He has nothing that really wants to come in. I'm assuming he's going to pivot from Scizor. I would make the Scizor play anyway, but this is a Banded Fusion Bolt. I could go right for the Banded Outrage, but I don't think I 2-hit KO Mega Scizor. You know what? We're men. Nah, actually no. Fusion Bolt's just the best play. You would think that Ice Beam would come out right now. So, yeah, you should go out to Scizor. This is Banded hitting before the Mega Evolution. Unfortunately, after it Mega Evolves, it most likely will be able to tank that. I'm going to go Landers anyway because it does two things. One, if he decides to go Amoonguss or his own Landers, it gets up rocks for me, which definitely helps me in the momentum sort of things and lets Raikou Volt Switch around. Two, it also gets up an Intimidate on my opponent. I'm assuming he's Roost Scizor though, just based on the way that he took that. I do not think that Banded Fusion Bolt actually knocks this guy out. Scizor's just going to be a problem, but let's do a calc. Using my boy Beatdown, Big Black Kyurem. We're Jolly. Mega Scizor. Wow, we actually do have a nice chance to knock it out. We actually do have a pretty solid chance of knocking him out if he's not running defense, but I'm thinking he is running defense just based on that. But we'll be able to go out to our Landers. Thank you, Fern. And get up our rocks right here. If he wants to go out to Azu, he's more likely going to go for Size Shock, which means we get to bring out Amoonguss, Metagross, and then just Mega Evolve and proceed to outspeed his entire team. Again, Scizor is just going to be a big issue for this, which is why I actually changed the Raikou to HP Fire after this. But he does go out to his own Landorus. Nice. I'm assuming this is Scarf, though. But then again, it doesn't have to be, but it looks to be Scarf Landorus plus Defensive Tran. I'm going to go for U-turn, though. I think he's actually Rocks. We do have a bit of speed, however, this will allow me to go out to something like Kyurem, for example, and just spam Outrage. Actually, if he is Scarf Landers, this is great because I get to get off a U-turn. Maybe he was scouting for the HP Fire because I did show it in another live that I did. Yeah, it looks to be Scarf Landers because he went for knockoff. Nice. So we're going to get off a bit of chip damage right here. It looks like he's not rocking helmet as well. Though it's not nice that he went for that knockoff, actually. I do want to get off my Mega as quickly as possible, however. And just get off an Ice Punch. He's definitely Scarf Landers as well. I don't expect to be hit by an Earth Plate boosted attack. You need the speed on his type of team, I expect this. So he should go out to Scizor, great. But this still does give us the Mega, which means we speed tie with Latios, we outspeed Max Speed, Heatran, we outspeed Manaphy, and it just helps us out a ton in the long run. So we really don't have a good switching for this monster. Like Landers is our main way of beating it, I guess you could say. Landers pivots into Raikou. If I can break Amoonguss, then I can probably spam Banded Waterfall with Azu, but I'll go right to Landers just as pretty much a pivot, as he's going to double out into his Amoonguss, which I don't mind at all. I can allow him to what should I put to sleep, actually? I don't want to put Latios to sleep, because Latios is like one of the main things that also breaks through his team. Yeah, honestly speaking, I'll just let him put this thing to sleep. That does so much damage, and we're defensive as well. What the hell? 57% max special defense. Are you missing your EVs? Yeah, we're definitely defensive. He's missing his EVs. I'm going to make the Raikou play because it covers two things. One, it covers him going right back out to Scizor. Also, it takes Giga Drain on. It also prevents Heat Rain from coming out. Basically, we get a Volt Switch, and if you go Scizor, we click Thunderbolt 100%. This also covers the Latios play if he wants to make that. So, we'll allow this thing to stay in. I'm assuming he's going to go Scizor or Landorus. That's fine as well. As he does go Landorus. U-turn should be my opponent's play, and I really want to make an aggressive play right now. I'm going to go for Volt Switch, expecting him to U-turn, mainly because I have Landorus as my own switch in, and this just gives me straight up momentum. Unfortunately, he does go right for the Earthquake, which is definitely going to be terrifying for me. I'll be able to go right out to my Kyurem, though. I unfortunately lost Raikou, but I'm not too worried about Manaphy, considering I have Latios, Kyurem, and Metagross, as well as Bandit Azu. That just sucks that he went right for Earthquake right there, considering I had these two in the back, but I would think U-turn would be the better play right there, getting off momentum, which is why I made a more aggressive play. But I'll be able to click Bandit Outrage and 2 KO something on his team. As he goes Heat Rain, which is something that I actually needed to come out. Because it helps Lottie just break through his team even more. So, assuming we get a roll in our favor right here, that we don't get like 42%, or that this goes down, this would be great. Again, Bandit Kyurem is just going to tear through his team. We're also not Pursuit, Metagross, which is what I was trying to say. Which kind of sucks because Lottie gets to drop Dracos on us, but we should be able to deal. Just kicking Bandit, getting him Stealth Rock was so crucial right there, and we will be able to get a kill right now. I would actually love if he went Scizor right now, because we would be able to 2 KO it. Actually, I would love if he went Scizor and we got a 3-turn Outrage, because we would easily be able to 2 KO it. So let's see. He does go Manaphy. Surprisingly, because we're locked into Outrage, and he allows us to knock him out, and we get the 2-turn, which means we're confused, which basically means that he won't be able to, revenge kill me with Lottie if he wants to go out to that. But I doubt he'd go Lottie. I think he'd go Azu if any, Scizor if anything. Yeah, he does go Scizor here. I'm going to make a weird play and go right out to Azu because I am Bandit. He doesn't knock me out with +2 Bullet Punch, and Roost forces him, Waterfall forces him not to be able to get off a Roost. So he does Roost, but basically Waterfall is going to be doing a lot to him, no matter what. And also because he's like some weird Amoonguss. Like he's fully specially defensive Amoonguss. Basically, I just trying to weaken everything on his team. He does SD up, as we are going to be able to 2 KO him, which is basically what I was trying to say. Like, Waterfall spamming stops him from beating us. Like if he BP's right here, he doesn't kill us. And we have way more Waterfalls than he does have Roost. So, and even if he decides to switch out at any given point, he's a Scizor, like look at that, he's a Scizor at the amount of HP he's at. So he wouldn't be able to take us on. And what I can do is, again, just Waterfall. Latios, if it wants to Side Shock or Thunderbolt, it does not knock me out from full. And we also prevent rocks from being blown away, or basically had he defogged right there, I would have been able to knock him out. He couldn't knock me out with any one move, not even Thunderbolt. And we keep Scizor low as hell. So Amoonguss is going to come out. I'm not going to double because Kyurem Black wins the game, so I'm just going to go right for the Waterfall. Well, can I lose to knockoff spam? Yeah, no reason not to go right back on to Kyurem, honestly. I get to click Outrage. Yeah, I'll go right back on to Kyurem and just click Bandit Outrage. I'll save Azu just because I can do the Waterfall thing again versus Scizor. He does double out to Scizor, which is, again, fine. I'm going to click Outrage one more time because he cannot Roost this off. I am Bandit Outrage. I think he overpredicted there or just expected to be able to tank that. And Landorus cannot knock me out at all, especially because his knockoff. Usually Scarf Landorus is Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-turn, and then the last move is either knockoff, explosion, or super power. But because my opponent is actually knockoff, he cannot knock me out with anything except like a crit Stone Edge right there, and we will be able to knock him out with the Outrage after that. And we are Big Black Kyurem. They call him Beat Down. Amoonguss is going to come out. I do not think you tank this well at all. And then Metagross just wins the game from there. Oh my god, the power. Sludge Bomb is not going to be able to knock us out. And honestly, because Metagross does win, I'll just stay in right here and go for the Outrage. As we are going to hit ourselves, unfortunately. However, I can go right out to Metagross and just click Earthquake and win the game. With Landorus being asleep, he obviously cannot go for Spore, breaking Sleep Claws. And again, I did change the Raikou to HP Fire just because Scizor could get a little bit out of hand. I might regret that, but because the entire team kind of deals with Landorus, Draco's, Rocky Helmet Chip damage, Bandit Azu, Kyurem Black's Banded, and Metagross just smacks it with Ice Punch. I figured it'd be better just to have HP Fire on the Scizor, that way we could actually deal with this guy. But Heatran is going to be his last Pokemon. We already know it's leftovers Heatran. I am faster, and we can just go right for Earthquake and knock the thing out. And that's going to be GG. So, good game to our opponent. Let us look for another one. We have the HP Fire in this game versus this Ferrothorn. So that'll be cool. How do we win this game? Wow, Bandicurium is just so great in this matchup as well. I very much like Raikou as a lead because it deals with potential Tornadus as well as Ferrothorn, Hippo. I doubt though if he does lead off with Tornadus, he's definitely not going Ferrothorn because that gives him momentum. He would definitely U-turn out into his Hippowdon. But we're gonna lead Raikou anyway and see how we can play from there. He does lead right off with Hippo. Again, wishing we had the do I have Super Power on this Ozu? I should have Super Power, yeah. Wishing we had maybe Toxic on Landorus, but we do have Defog, so I'm not too worried about that Ferrothorn. Bisharp could be a little bit annoying. It's actually this team is actually very weak to Bisharp. This team is actually thank you. This team is actually extremely weak to Bisharp at +2. We don't have a Dark Resist on this team, so I'll go right out to Hippo as he's going to have a Stealth Rock. Safe play, pretty much the safest play he can make. We'll get up our own rocks. We'll see if he has Toxic as his last move, as he unfortunately does. As I will be able to U-turn right now. We do dodge a Toxic, so very crucial. Very crucial, and we will be able to U-turn. This deals with if he goes out to Starmie. It also deals with if he stays in. We also know he's not a phasing Hippo. I'll be able to go right out into my Choice Banded Azu on the Toxic. Ferrothorn is such an obvious play. I really want to go for the Superpower. However, that may be so obvious for my opponent that he might just go out into his Starmie. Then again, I would think Knockoff is the better play. I'm going to go for Superpower, trying to catch the Ferrothorn. If he goes Starmie, that's unfortunate. He does go right to Ferrothorn, though, so we are going to be able to hit this thing with a Choice Banded Superpower. And that thing clean falls. Good lord. So we don't have to deal with Ferrothorn at all anymore in this game. And once this thing comes in again versus Hippo, I get another kill. So Ferrothorn being on is amazing. For us. Tornadus is going to come out. We'll see if he's Life Orb or not. Regardless, I'm going on to Raikou. It's the only play. Raikou is essentially useless now that Tornadus is, now that Ferrothorn is gone. I only need it for the HP Fire to get that, but he does go right for the knockoff. That looks like Life Orb damage. Yep. It's definitely Life Orb damage. And what we can do is just go right for the Shadow Ball. As Superpower does pick us off. I honestly just want to go right out to cure him. He doesn't knock me out with anything, and I can 2-hit KO something on his team with the Outrage right now. I'm assuming he's going to fear the Ice Beam and go Starmie. Yeah, I want to be able to knock him out right now. We'll go trade for trade. He does stay in, so he lets his Tornadus go down. Again, great. This is also Banded Outrage prevents him from setting up with anything. He doesn't. Unfortunately, he knows I'm not Scarf, but Starmie, which is more than likely defensive, cannot come out. Bisharp has to Sucker Punch right here. Like, he has to Sucker Punch if he goes. He cannot afford to let me knock him out. So, the unfortunate thing is, I still don't have an answer for this Mon. And I had to go out to Landorus there. And we have to U-turn right here on his Hippo. I don't expect him to knock off. He actually does allow his Bisharp to potentially go down right there. And, that's terrible for us. That's actually terrible. Why would he? I mean, I understand it helps Charizard win the game. However, as long as Latios is alive, Charizard doesn't win. So I'm not sure how I felt about that play. But it obviously worked out for my opponent because it allowed him to win. I didn't think he would knock off right there. I didn't want to let Starmie into defog or do anything like that. And I don't really have a play outside of going for the Ice Punch right here. He should just go right for Sucker Punch and knock me out. So Bisharp is going to be able to knock me out. So we got cleaned up by Bisharp, pieced up by Bisharp right there. But don't worry. Again, the team has no Dark Resist, and we face another Bisharp. I guess it makes sense why he made that play because, let's see where we are now. What is that? We're now 22 and That should be 22 and 4 now, I think, unfortunately. But again, the team does not have a dark resist, so it's extremely, extremely Bisharp weak. And I also had to make the play I made because I couldn't allow him to go out into Hippo and Toxic something, nor could I allow him to go Starmie and spin for free without taking damage, because if Starmie spins, then Zard is an issue. But I guess I understand his play. I mean, it worked out for him, so what can I say? Another team that Bisharp is extremely annoying for us to face. I'll lead Landers still and get up our rocks. He leads off with his own Landers. I'm hoping he's not HP Ice, considering Bisharp, Garchomp, and Lopunny all weaken Landers. Or I'm hoping he's actually Scarf Landers, as he switches directly into Garchomp. And we're just going to get off a very, very slow... We're going to get off a very slow U-turn right here. Break his potential sash or find out what he is running, as I can now go right out into my Kyurem Black and just click Dragon Claw. He's definitely defensive. Banded Dragon Claw will be able to kill. He also does not have a resist, so I better go right for the Dragon Claw right here. I'm kind of hoping he fears the Ice Beam and goes Bisharp randomly. I'm not going for Outrage just yet because this thing can still spam attacks, and if I defog away his hazards, I can beat him on the 1v1. Again, Bisharp is just so threatening for us to face. But he does go right to Volcanion, which will easily be 2-hit KO'd. Like, ridiculously easily be 2-hit KO'd. I'm hoping he's not randomly Scarf, yeah. So we're going to get rid of Volcanion, which means Azu is very free to spam water moves, or even fairy moves at this point. Though more so it'll be, I'll most likely go for the Waterfall over anything else, because he doesn't have a water resist at all, like, left on his team. So his Landers is going to come out. Assuming this is Scarf, I guess it could be Dual Dance, but I'm going to go for Dragon Claw again, expecting his U-turn. He unfortunately crits me, which means now I'm in range of Sucker Punch if he's Life Orb Bisharp. But either way, we do weaken this Bisharp a lot. Immediate Justice coming out. And I'll just go for Dragon Claw again. I'll allow him to Sucker Punch and knock me out, excuse me. And now what I can do is go right out into my Raikou. Now, I don't actually think we take Sucker Punch from this thing, but that's not the main reason why I went out to this. Mainly, it's to force him to Sucker Punch me if he goes for it. Also, just to go for Shadow Ball to catch Garchomp. I don't have the HP Ice. I think he went for knockoff just in case I was Subcom Mine, which would actually be pretty threatening if I outplayed his Sucker Punches. Garchomp is going to come out. Couldn't have asked for anything better. He's probably going to go for Dragon Tail. Regardless, I can weaken it with a Spec Shadow Ball. Surprise, he did not go right out into Lopunny to, you know, Mega Evolve and outspeed my entire team, but teach their own. As his Garchomp is going to come out. As my Landers, excuse me, is going to come out, and I can just Earthquake this thing. I'm looking to sweep him with the Aqua Jet, so he'll be taking a ton of damage right there, and I'll be able to go for Psyshock. Unfortunately, he brings out my my Metagross. Yeah, I'll go Landers just in case he can Fire Blast here, I guess, if he has it. Nah, he goes for the Earthquake, and basically I wasn't sure if I outsped him, because he could be running a lot more speed on his. But we'll just go for Earthquake right here as he goes for Dragon Tail. So we're able to get rid of Garchomp. Nice. Soon I'll be able to spam Banded Aqua Jet versus him. Landers already took the damage I need for Banded Aqua Jet to be able to knock it out. Lopunny is more than likely going to be coming out now. Gengar comes out, however. This is tough. We gotta keep Landers alive, and I want to be able to go out to Raikou after. I'm just gonna go out into my my Latios as fodder. As it turns out, he's Life Orb Icy Wind. If I would have known that, I would have just went out to Metagross. But we'll just go right for the Psyshock. Again, the more Life Orb hits he takes, I'm surprised he didn't go for Shadow Ball because I have 0 resistance to that. Actually, he had no reason not to go for Shadow Ball. I was at 33%. But the more Life Orb hits he takes, the easier it is for us to beat him down with Azumarill. And I'll be able to go right for the Shadow Ball right here. If he wants to go out to Landers, again, weakening it. I'm assuming he was just spamming for the or checking for the Thunderbolt. But there you go. Landers is now ridiculously weakened for the Aqua Jet. And I could just go right for the I can go right for the Shadow Ball and allow him to knock me out. And now I'll be able to go out into my Azumarill and click Banded Aqua Jet, picking off Landers, 2-hit KOing Lopunny, as well as knocking out Gengar after the Stealth Rock. So I don't even mind if he's Power Punch Lopunny because he's only going to be getting 1 boost. He goes out to Gengar. That is not a counter. That is definitely not a counter. Good boy! As Gengar is going to go down. I have no idea why he went Gengar. But he will be able to go out to Lopunny. Maybe he's like Power Up Punch, but even then, I just go out to my Landers, and then I go out to Metagross, and I go right for the, I just Mega Evolve and go for Earthquake. I take his hit no matter what. So if he goes for Power Up Punch, he takes 2 Rocky Helmet hits anyway. But he doesn't go right for the Ice Punch. He has that -1. I guess if he freezes my Metagross, we could lose, or maybe crits High Jump Kick. I hope none of that happens. Boom, boom. But I'll just go for Earthquake, my most accurate move. Accuracy. Ooh, nice. As we will be able to do 50%. Not bad, not bad. An Ice Punch will be able to knock him out. I'm going to go for Ice Punch just to do it. Just in case I froze. This is what I was fearing. But we will be able to knock him out, and that's going to be GG. So let us look for another one. By the way, this background is so cool. I love when you guys send me fan art. It's so awesome. My opponent's team is super cool too. And very, very threatening. I think I like Landers a lot as a lead, just because it not only gets off the Intimidate on potentially Klefki, or not Klefki, I just saw that come out, on Breloom or Medicham, but also just gives me a nice pivot and forces him to go for the HP Ice. I'll go to my Stealth Rock right here though. What does he switch me? He gives me a Flame Orb. Oh god. Stop. I want that back. Why does he switcheroo Calm Mind? Why'd that still do over 50%? That's awesome. I would go for U-turn here, predicting him to go out Skarmory or Thundurus, but you switcheroo Calm Mind, I don't know what to predict. So, I'll allow him to go out into his Skarmory now. Maybe HP Fire wasn't the play on Raikou, because now Thundurus is looking scary. But I will be able to go for U-turn right here. And once I weaken this thing, it looks like he's Rocky Helmet as well. Once I weaken this thing, he gets destroyed. But I actually cure him right now. I'm going hard to cure him now. I'm banded if he roosts or defogs. It doesn't make a difference. I'm expecting him to defog. He does go for Toxic. Okay. I'm hoping, though he is Rocky Helmet, I'm thinking he might be physically defensive then. But I will be able to go right for the Banded Fusion Bolt. We're not going to take Rocky Helmet from that, as he is going to roost. It doesn't matter. And because of my ability, Terravolt, even the Absorbing Thundurus will not be able to tank this. So if he actually goes out to that, which he does, it's not gonna go down, but it's gonna take actually it might just go down. Yep, because it is neutral. So goodbye to Thundurus. That was a threat that I was scared of. As an even bigger threat is out. Adolf hit hard. Okay. Okay. I'm looking to sweep him with Waterfall from my Oz, or even just Raikou just running around. But we'll Landers. Unfortunately, without the Rocky Helmet, we don't weaken him as much. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't have Ice Punch, though, because I will be going for U-turn right here. 110% to just keep a momentum, as he is going to go right back out into Skarmory. And rinse, repeat the process. I click Fusion Bolt. I either knock out the Skarmory, or I 2-hit KO Tyranitar, 2-hit KO Breloom, Klefki goes down. So Bandicurum is definitely going to be the play. This is a really fun team, OP Jellicent. A little bit weak to steals like Scizor. And I would actually love to have some sort of like wish support or healing wish support for Landers. So maybe Jirachi over Metagross on this team. Scarf Jirachi over Metagross. Not only does it give us speed control, it also just gives me Fusion Bolt recovery. So Klefki will 100% go down to this Fusion Bolt. Goodbye! I love Fusion Bolt too, because it's a physical attack but it doesn't contact you. So I don't take any damage. Medicham does come out once more. And once again, the rinse repeat play of Landorus. And I think Mega Metagross wins. But nice high jump kick. But regardless of that, I'm just gonna go out to it and let it take damage now. I'm gonna let it take 2 Rocky Helmet hits, but I can just Mega Evolve and go for Ice Punch, predicting the Skarmory to want to come out. Also hits Breloom, and not like Tyranitar was coming out, but this is Tough Claws boosted, so it should be a 2-hit KO even on the most defensive Skarmory as it is. And now we'll be able to outspeed Medicham, and I'll be able to knock him out with the next Ice Punch, so we don't have to worry about that. Banded Aqua Jet, Banded Play Rough cleans like as well. Banded Waterfall cleans too. He doesn't have a switch into this thing. So I'm not sure if he go Breloom, but that will go down. If he goes Tyranitar, which might actually be Scarf, I don't even care. I'm just going for Earthquake. I don't even want to. I don't want to risk Meteor Mash missing, as Fire Blast does not pick me off. Interesting that he had Fire Blast. I think he's leftovers too. Like Meteor Mash easily would have knocked him out, but No reason to go for it when I can knock him out with this and just safely win with Latios in the back, which outspeeds everything, or even Raikou, and just spam hit Shadow Ball. If Braylon wants to come out, rocks have been up for the longest or the entirety of the game. So yeah, this is actually the first game I've never seen. Combine Klefki is actually interesting. I might use something like that. I might. But we'll just Ice Punch this because we do take the fake out. BP might be able to knock us out if he does have it. But either way, I'm just going for Ice Punches for damage, as he does have the BP, and that is able to pick us off, unfortunately for me. However, we can just now go out into Latios. I guess if he crits us, we're in a bad situation. So maybe Latios in hindsight wasn't the play. Volt Switch to knock him out. But I'll just go right for Side Shock, because I will be able to take him out at that range. He doesn't even go for BP. The thing I was thinking, if he crits me with BP, then maybe a non-Life Orb Braylon could be able to sweep me with Mach Punch if that crit me too. But Braylon's going to come out, and we will be able to knock that thing out with Side Shock, and that's going to be game. So, nice. Oh, did that guy say GG? I'm sorry. Sometimes I say GG out of habit, sometimes I just don't say GG. Like, I say GG out loud, but obviously he doesn't hear me. My bad, bro. Anyway, why do we have a Shedinja? Why are we facing a Shedinja, man? Holy crap, that thing is a threat. I'm lead off with Landers because we get off rocks. And we have Rocky Helmet as well. Fortunately, he's off with the one counter to my entire team. This is the second guy that asks why I put on the mod joint. I just don't like people watching, fam. That's it. But I will be able to go out into my Raikou on the potential HP Ice or any attack he wants to go for. And from there, I do threaten him. I'm really hoping he throws his Shedinja away right now and lets me hit it with a Shadow Ball. But he's just going to allow me to 2-hit KO his Thundurus or ring it down low. Which is great because it's one of the Pokemon on his team that would have forced me to... it's the Pokemon on his team that definitely would have forced me to play differently. And I'll just Shadow Ball again, even though he has Grassgridon, Heatran, and Excadrill in the back. I don't care. I get to gauge the damage as well. That does nothing. What the hell are you salt vesting? Are you salt vesting? Did anybody hear me? But I'll go out to Azumarill. I'm hoping to bluff the knockoff. Catch this knockoff. Alright, there you go. We just prevented Shedinja from coming out. And we'll be able to go right for the Choice Bandit play rough. Nah. There you go. But basically, I figured my opponent was a little bit like newer to the game or more inexperienced because he questioned the mod join. So I was hoping that. Also, I know that like Gastrodon's ability, one of them is Sticky Hold, though knockoff still does the damage that it would do if he lost the item. I'm pretty sure. I was thinking that some mind games right there would work out for me. As they did. Nice. Alright, let's look for another one. We're on a roll. By the way, guys, though I'm not at Worlds at the time this is going up, I am very, very busy, so I'm actually trying to record it. But what is this? Did you just search up Pink and just dump them all on your team? Explain. Anyway, we're leading off for Raikou. We're just going to Volt Switch on the Sableye. Bandit Kieran puts in a ton of work, holy crap. This might be a really hard game for us to win, though. Just because of the Clef. I want to lead off for Raikou, which is something that, like, forces in Quagsire if he wants to go to that. If he does a Fake Out, he will go for it here, but I'm hoping he Will-O-Wisp me as he goes for Protect. So, we're going to go for Volt Switch one more time as he does go out to Quag. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I can win this. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work. Because he has Fake Out over... because he doesn't have Fake Out over anything else, I'm thinking... He doesn't have Fake Out. I'm thinking he might be a bit newer to how to use or how to play this. Regardless, we're doubling into our Ozzy right here, trying to catch either Chansey, Clefable, or not Skarm. I wouldn't expect Skarm to come out. He does go he does go Clefable, so we can just spam Band-Aid, Waterfall. He has Aloe though. I don't know if I can break this team. I'm gonna go for Waterfall anyway. Alright, yeah, I can break this team now. Yo, why'd he let him take 9 million? Holy crap. If I was Life Orb Cure him as well, that put in a lot of work. But basically, I'm just gonna have to spam attacks like this versus my opponent. I'm actually gonna go Landorus. Because versus Aloe, I'll be able to U-turn out and lure in Sableye, and then get off another hit with, I get a Bandit player off, which is like my plan. So, he should go Sableye here, as he does, and we get off a decent hit. A decent hit. Where's that from? Pokemon Battle Revolution, I think. And we'll be able to go right to my Sableye. My Sableye answer. And just go right for the play rough right here. Sack your Sableye so I get up rocks. Come on, buddy. It took you 10 seconds. It took you 30 seconds to click protect, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Clicking play rough again. I don't even care if Skarmory comes out. I could defog away on Skarmory anyway. God, that took nothing. He's not rocking helmet though. We're gonna Lottie because we defog away his hazards. Assuming he has hazards. I'm HP Fire. I was thinking about defogging, but I opted for the HP Fire play over that, as we're able to deal with him right there, and we're gonna defog right now. If he wants to go for, actually I shouldn't have defogged right there. Well, he does go for the roost though, so this is okay. We can definitely knock him out with HP Fire. He should acknowledge that. I'm going to double out into my Azumarill and pray I do not regret this. Expecting him to go out to Chansey or Clef. Do you have Superpower? Do you have Protect on this too, buddy? We're clicking Superpower though. As he goes hard to the Sableye, who does that? What if I Waterfalled in anything outside? That was I don't agree with that play at all. I don't agree with that play. Especially because he has Aloe. Alright, it's fine. Lost me a bit of momentum right there, but it is what it is. We will just drop a Draco on him if he wants to protect. As he goes hard into Clef. Again, no big deal. And I think it's time we just start breaking stuff with Kieran Black. Because he's going to Wish Pass into Skarmory. Right for the Bandit Fusion Bolt because we do take Moonblast if he wants to go for that. As he does. He's going to go out to Quagsire now. I don't even care. I'm just going for Fusion Bolt. I don't even care. Clef is now low, so it can't switch into me anymore. We'll be able to go route. I'm gonna go Raikou because I can bluff the HP Grass, and I will bluff the hell out of it. So I'm definitely gonna bluff this HP Grass right here. I'm gonna go right for Volt Switch. Yeah, bluffed. And we got a crit too. And we'll be able to go right to Azu and just click Waterfall now. As Skarmory comes out. Okay, so yeah, this guy just makes plays based on what he thinks we're gonna do, but doesn't doesn't realize Aloe in the long term is a straight up counter, and we'll just spam Waterfall. I wish we were a little bit fast on this thing, like faster than Skarmory, but we're able to waste a bit of Roost there. We're gonna make a little bit of changes, or some changes versus him. Never mind. You guys saw the Duogen team? It looks sick. Yeah, we're just gonna spam Waterfall though, and waste a couple more Roosts. He only has 12 more, and we do have chances to crit as well. And I'm alright with weakening Skarm. You should go Aloe. I would not stay in with Skarmory. Yo, go Sableye. Because the thing is, he Stealth Rock, I'm assuming Roost, Iron Head, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, what is he doing? I mean, keep roosting, yeah, my Waterfalls are being lowered. I actually do need all of them for this game. He does try to Whirlwind me here. And he gets off a counter. Oh, he's counter, okay. I didn't even take that into account, so that's my bad. That might actually be bad. Nope, he switches out though into Aloe. Great. We take that. And I'll be able to go right to cure him. I'm hoping he doesn't Toxic and he actually tries to Wish and pass. And we will go right for Fusion Bolt. He should go out to Quagsire, however, again, I'm going to play it safe and just stay in. I don't want him. I'm gonna allow him, excuse me, to double into Quagsire. Yeah. We'll make the same Raikou play too. Though Raikou does dominate him. We'll keep making this Raikou play. And we'll Volt Switch right here. I don't mind that. Actually, I don't even care if Clefable recovers. Alright, I'll make the Landers play now, and we're going to attempt to weaken Sableye a bit. Or this if he wants to stay in with this. Because Skarmory is so low. Azu is the play. Well, we do get to play it off now, so. Yeah, and there was no way he was Will-O-Wisping there. Recover was his all-around like best play. And we will click the Bandit Play Rough as Clef is gonna go down. Okay, so I can start clicking Bandit Outrage now and just break through his team. Finally. Right out to Kieran we go. And now I click Bandit Outrage. I click Fusion Bolt. I can't risk. I'll click Outrage later. I just don't want to risk him being like making a poor play and staying in. So we're gonna go around to Latios and take the Skull, Toxic, Earthquake, whatever he wants to throw. Let's drop a Draco as well because we go down. So I don't mind if he goes Chansey because that's again that's just weakened for the Outrage. Nice, nice, nice. Right into Azumarill we go. We're at 107 too, so we get a hit and we go right for Banded Waterfall. Just in case he goes Skarmory. As he goes Aloe. Again, Banded Outrage is the way we're going to win this game. We'll be able to go Gross right here. Or excuse me, Landers. We're going to U-turn out into Gross. I'm expecting Sableye to want to come out. As he goes Skarmory. So I'm assuming he's Defog Stealth Rock? I'm not sure. I'm hoping he actually lets me 2 KO him right here. Or breakthrough. He's shown... Because I don't know if he knows about this. Yeah, he does go Chansey. How many do I have left? I have one more left. The thing is, I'm going to have to freeze him. Yeah, we'll go Lando. And just weaken Sableye as much as possible. Skarmory's annoying, man, for this. I didn't expect him to Wish Past the Skarm because I could have Stealth Rock, but I guess Stealth Rock in the end of the day didn't even matter. That's Earthquake and weaken this guy. Oh, nice. So at this point, I think I need to go off a choke. But second Chansey is his best play, right? But I'm going to go out to Kyurem. And Dragon Claw, expecting to sack Chansey, not Skarmory. Yeah, okay. So that's one of his sacks gone. As he's going to go out to Sableye, as expected. And we just go Gross. And sack it. To click. To click Ice Punch. Why is he even protect? What's the point of protecting? You kill me. Yeah, I don't know if what I could. I kept Skarmory low. I should have went for the out. I just should have just made the Outrage play versus Quagsire. The thing is, he went to Quagsire 4 million times, and with Stall, you can't. Ah, nice. No. So he is able to knock me out, unfortunately, with that. As I can now go right out to Azumarill and just click the Play Rough. I don't think he should go Skarmory, but I'm going to go for Play Rough anyway, even if he does go Skarm. Because we weaken it at least. And we go right out to Kyurem before the rocks. Okay. Now we click Bandit Outrage. As Quagsire will fall. Good boy. Yeah, I should have made the Outrage play early. That was my fault. That does absolutely nothing. He roosts though, so maybe I can waterfall flinch. No, I can't even waterfall flinch him to death. Alright, so that's unfortunately that game. And we'll get one more. I think that was my fault. I made the plays necessary, but I just didn't pull the trigger. I had my hand on the trigger. I had my hand on the gun the entire game. And I just didn't make the play I needed to. Thankfully, HP Fire might actually do something in this game. Very thankfully. Very, very, very nice. I love Landorus as a lead because we get up rocks very, very early. He has Altaria and Charizard, so I'm not actually sure what my opponent's doing. Unfortunately, now we're, whatever, in 5, maybe? Yeah, 25 and 5. That's terrible. But it is what it is. I don't know what to think about my opponent's team because he has Altaria and Charizard. If one of them Mega Evolves, I'm not worried about the other one. Actually, I hope this is the Mega. Alright, great. So, Zard is regular. This man Dragon Dance and did not care. Don't I have a... And he has a regular Scizor too. Don't I beat you 1v1? Like, actually? Oh, the CTC special. Yeah, the CTC special. Straight up. That's unfortunate. However, I can just U-turn on the Roost, go right out to Metagross, assuming I don't get burnt again, and knock him out with the Meteor Mash, assuming I don't miss. I'm definitely gonna have to ladder off screen. I'm just using some fun teams though. This team is, I enjoy this team. I enjoy this team. But I do take a Fire Blast. I do take a Fire Blast, guys. Goes up to Scizor. It's a regular Charizard, guys. And he just chooses his Mega? I can respect that. That does nothing. Why are you leftovers defog? Alright, hard into Landorus we go. I'm gonna click Outrage. I don't care if that is Altaria. And why is he leftovers defog Scizor? I hate this set. Because it doesn't do anything. It just gets it just defogs. I guess that means it does something, but still. Like then it U-turns, right? And it comes in on half. I don't like this set. I really don't. But rocks are up, which does help us with the regular chart. Sorry. Yo, why is this guy a regular chart? Hey, you know what? To each their own, man. Maybe he's just trying to have fun. I don't mind that at all, okay? All about having fun. And enjoying what you want to do. I'm definitely going to be taking, when I come back from Worlds, I'm going to be taking this a ton more seriously, guys. I can tell you that right now. I do not want Latios to be Pursuit Trap, so I'd rather sack Landorus, which doesn't do much, and then be able to go out into my Raikou Volt, which is he actually went for the Ice Wind, trying to predict my Latios. Interesting, considering he has Tyranitar, Amoonguss, and Scizor as pivots, as well as Altaria. So not sure why he went for that Ice Wind. I think Skull was the better play overall. But regardless, we can go right out to Respects Raikou and go right for the... Yo, if we were regular Kyurem too, we'd dominate it right now. We can go right for the Specs Volt Switch and go right out into our Metagross. And I think Zen Head plus Earthquake kills Scizor, so I'm not even going to bother going for Earthquake right off the bat. I also don't want to risk him staying in, because he does die. At 72%, he does die to the Zen Headbutt from my Metagross, so I didn't want to risk him staying in. He makes the Tyranitar play. I'm assuming he might be Scarf. But this dies to Meteor Mash if he is Scarf. He has no reason not to crunch, honestly. He has switch-ins for Azu. If he goes for Pursuit, that's a poor play. Or a play I just don't agree with, because, again, my switch-in is Azu and Kyurem, both of which don't appreciate it. Regardless, I am going to go right for the Meteor Mash right here. Surprised he made that play in general. As he goes Scizor. So either way, Scizor's taking the damage that I needed to take. As we are able to land. And look at this. I could go for it again, but I really don't want to miss. I'd rather just go for Earthquake and knock him out safely. And I think that's going to be game. Metagross should be able to just win this game right now. The Amoonguss is back. It can Spore me. YOLO. We get these flinches. Stun or die. Yep. I did that literally for Blunder. I had Blunder in mind when I did that. I did not have to do that play, guys. That was a poor play. The better play overall would have been allowing my Latios to go to sleep. Considering Raikou and Azumarill did the same job as Latios while also keeping momentum up with Volt Switch and having priority in Aqua Jet. So that would have been the better play. So I should have made that play, but we made this play instead. As we were going to be able to knock him out with the Ice Punch. Again, I was just like, that was for Fire Blast burn right there. I literally had that moment. I was like, I'm flinching you right here. You Fire Blast burn me. Tyranitar is going to come out. And also another reason why Latios was Sleep Fodder is because it gives Altaria setup, and Tyranitar Pursuit Traps it anyway. So he is Scarf Fire. Why? Scarf Fire Blast. This man just wants to heal everything, as we do get the attack raise, and I think that's game. I mean, it was already game, but now I can just go for the Ice Punch twice after I knock out this Keldeo with the Zen Headbutt, which does connect, and we can go right for the Ice Punch twice, and that will be able to knock out Altaria, as well as knocking out the regular Char. Are you Scarf Charizard? Nope. Alright, so we're able to knock him out with the boosted Ice Punch, and Altaria is going to come out, and then it's going to go home. It is going to drop. So Ice Punch will be able to knock that out, and that will be good game. So, interesting live. Really fun team, though. I very much enjoyed Banded Big Black Kyurem. It was very, very fun to use. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.